Mary Poppins Returns is obviously the very, very, very late sequel, now starring Emily Blunt as Mary Poppins, the iconic Mary Poppins, as well as Lin-Manuel Miranda, Colin Firth. And basically, this is the kids, the Banks kids have now grown up, they have kids of their own, and of course Mary Poppins needs to help. Now, this movie was such a great family time. I think that's the biggest thing to take away for this film before I even start critiquing it. This movie is just a fun, enjoyable family time with a bunch of good music. Looks great, a bunch of great characters, acting, whatever you want to, want from a kid's family movie. I think it does it. I think it's really, really good in that sense. And I think for younger kids, I think they'll enjoy it. For mums and dads with their kids, I think they'll enjoy it. Obviously, there is some groups of people that I don't think it's going to target to, like the original did. But obviously, I think for the target audience, it's right on the par. Now, this movie, obviously, the music is going to be a big part. The music and dance scenes. I think the musical scenes are really, really well done. The choreographed really well. They look really good. I just don't think the songs... I don't think they're catchy, but they're not as catchy as the original. Like, these songs are iconic, maybe because it's been so long. But Fly, Kite, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, whatever you want to talk about, those songs are iconic as fuck. So it had, hard, boots to fill for this, and I don't think it necessarily did in that sense. But I think the scenes themselves, musically, are very, very, very entertaining nonetheless. Now, of course, we have to talk about Emily Blunt as Mary Poppins. She is phenomenal. She's really fucking good, I think. Filling in those shoes is going to be very, very hard to do, and I think she does as good a job as anyone would. As well as the rest of the cast is really great as well. I think people are finally going to know who Lin-Manuel Miranda is. He's the guy that did the music for Moana. He did Hamilton the musical, but I don't think he's been shot up on the big screen. And people will watch this guy, not necessarily the characterization, because people are going to compare him to Bert. That's the character is going to be, compared to. The acting, and, the scenes where he's not singing, maybe not as good as Bert, but the songs and the musical scenes, he's such a talented guy, and he is just a genius, and I think that's when people are going to go, alright, who's this guy? He's fucking awesome, because I think that's really what he is. He stands out in that sense. As well as the rest of the cast, I think Colin Firth was great, even though I think they could have used a bit more of him. I don't think necessarily Meryl Streep was needed. It's Meryl Streep, so of course she's going to be in there if she wants to be in there. The kids were decent acting. I don't know why I found them annoying. It wasn't because they were bad actors. It wasn't because they were bad characters. But just something about them didn't sit well with me. And I think it's just a personal thing. So I don't walk in and be like, fuck these kids. Because they think they did a good job, doing what they needed to do. This movie to me, and even with the original, it just sticks out. I just feel like this is what would happen if you got Mary Poppins, but nothing actually happens. She just gets bored as shit, flicks a couple acid pills in your kids, and then they just go on fucking loopy, because that's what it seems like. Same with the original, and this one as well. Some of these scenes are just crazy as shit. She denies the hell out of them. I think she's just giving the flip, and then they're just going to go, oh my god, wake up, hours later and think they had a magical trip. Whatever they want to do, that's your way of babysitting, Mary. I'll leave you to it. But I think this movie, does a good job of being, being a safe sequel. I think it's not, daring and going to do all this new shit that it didn't do, because it's very similar, follows a very similar format, very kind of predictable at times. You know where it's going, but that's fine because it's just a family kids movie, and I think that's the point of it. But it's just a new generation of Mary Poppins. I think that's what they aim to do, and I think they did that. I think people are going to look at it and go, that is Mary Poppins, or, that's my Mary Poppins now, I've grown up with her, or whatever it may be. I think they do a good job of that, and that's Disney. That's what they're going to do. They're going to put out a great family film. I think it just looks spectacular. The musical scenes are entertaining as shit. The story's fine. And I think this movie was a really good time. And I definitely recommend you going out to see this with your family. Kind of on the same par as I think Christopher Robin is. I think Christopher Robin's slightly worse. I think Christopher Robin was still good, but I think this is just the better kind of Christopher Robin-esque movie. So I'm going to give Mary Poppins Returns a B. Thank you guys for watching my review of Mary Poppins Returns. If you liked, press that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more of me. Comment below whatever you want to talk about. I don't mind. This review is a little bit late. Not necessarily my fault. Australia got this a few weeks after America did. That happens a lot. So I think I'm 2 weeks, 3 weeks behind other reviewers. But because, it did only just come out a week ago in Australia, so I finally got to it. As well as I'm going to drop my How to Train Your Dragon review probably this time next week. Is roughly, I'm not going to give you a date because I might fuck it up. But that's coming soon. That got released a lot earlier than America, so that's going to be up there as well. I got a channel update coming out, I think, on Monday, so look forward to that, because that's going to kind of change the landscape of what this channel is. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.